Take a watch. Brilliance of LeBron James is again shining brightly.
LeBron James is locked in. James, he's in the zone. Clear the lane for the Kings.
His basketball brilliance on full display once again.
You won't see many in your lifetime do it better than that.
Man, it's amazing how he has not lost a thing.
Legacy for LeBron James.
I just go out and play my game, try to get better. If I approach the game the way I've approached the game my whole life, making history and accolades and achievements through my career, take care of itself.
I think it's one of the greatest records in sports. I don't have the number planted in my head. I know it's 38-something, but I know it's been Kareem my whole life. One of those records that we just don't ever think that would be broken.
Could be one of the great moments in NBA history.
You know what's coming.
LeBron, one-on-one against Kenrich Williams, backing him in. Turns, shoots
For the record, LeBron James, a shot at history.
scores! There he is! All hail the new king in town! Young and old, gather round! From one iconic Laker to another, the king, LeBron James, has passed the captain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and LeBron now stands alone as the NBA's all-time leading scorer.
So go ahead, do your little intro.
Welcome everybody to a special Sunday show. It's the pre-Super Bowl show. Sorry, Rihanna's concert is happening today as well as football being played alongside it. Yeah, I mean we took a 2-week hiatus. Mostly my fault, but mostly my fault. But we're trying to figure things out. But we know we're back today, so let me
99.9% your fault.
62.2% my fault. And so welcome everybody. King Weds is here as well as who's this again?
Fly
Eagles fly.
The white boy.
So hold on. How does a white boy from Seattle have Fly Eagles Fly as his name?
I think it's the bird.
Hold on. Remember when we did our projections? I said Seahawks, and you guys said no, do the right projections, and I said fine, Eagles. I stuck by the Eagles the whole time.
Nobody was gonna let you pick the fucking Seahawks. That's stupid.
Exactly. Like this, it's a waste of damn time. Like,
like what? Like what would it? So yeah, things have happened in the last 2 weeks that we've been off air. So let's talk. Let's have a discussion. So what's been going on with you guys? Let me start there because I just want to know how you guys are doing. Like it's good.
Well, Jake, go ahead and start, bro.
Just working a lot, man. Working. That's about it.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, your boy's been back in the gym, like for real.
Okay.
Like, when I tell you, I broke down my workout plans to the T, and it's been amazing. So, yeah. So basically, maybe not this summer, maybe fall, but like by next summer, I will not wear a shirt for the entire 3.5 months of summer.
We love to hear that. We
love
to fucking hear that.
Those meal plans are working for Mr. Weds.
Oh yeah, the meal plans definitely work, but I hated them for a very long time. I still hate them.
Got a meal plan too? Oh, let's make it serious,
bro.
Dude, those injections, I'm telling you, once you start taking them, I'm down to 271 right now. So
nice.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's pretty much all that's been going on. With me. Now, what's been going on with you, bro? I know you've been working a lot. Bro. So
yeah, it's really been work, and I'm also I'm like Wetson. I'm copying Wetson. I'm trying to get in the gym as well. So, that's just pretty much what I've been doing. But work has been kicking my ass. So that's why it's been 90. What was it, Jake? 95.5%, 98.
No, you said 62.
I'm saying it's 62.2, but
Yeah, we'll go with you.
Both of y'all do terrible math because it's 100% Mo's fault. There's no other reason. Like I've been here, you've been here. It's been Mo. Like what do you mean? 99.9.
What's good?
What's up,
Anthony?
How you doing, bro?
Stop with the nonsense. It's Mo's fault. That's it. Just keep going. Like
what were we calling Mo the other day? Mo's a hoe.
Mo the hoe.
Wow. Why
though? Because with all the busyness he's been at, with all the fact that work has been kicking his ass and all that,
I see TikTok all the time.
He still has time to be a TikTok hoe every day of the week. every day of the week, he's on TikTok being a hoe. Posting his workouts, with all kinds of, audio in the background. Like, he's like, what's your favorite things to do? Chest press, shoulder press, lat pull downs, deadlift. Like,
I'm mad you know the exact audio, bro. But but I'm the hoe. But you know the exact audio.
I forgot lat pull downs. What? Bench press.
What? You know what's funny about that though? The fact that I saved that audio for like the last month and a half while I've been working out, and Mo just used it. I was like, fuck it, he wins. Like,
nah, I'm chilling though. But yeah, that's really been good though. I'm glad that we're all back, on our health tip. We're gonna do this show for a while, and I plan on doing this show with you guys.
I'm glad we're all getting healthier, man. It's a good thing to get healthy. So
you know what, Anthony, you're right. We are important. So yeah, let's discuss the biggest thing that happened in sports over the last week, and not the Super Bowl, unfortunately. You have to have not been.
Hold on.
Okay.
Isn't it crazy how on Super Bowl week the biggest story was not the Super Bowl? In fact, the Super Bowl was something like third biggest story for the entire week.
The Super Bowl has not been a story this week. I just feel like for some reason there's no oh my God, the Super Bowl is happening. I think everything else is happening. Rihanna's show is being talked about. LeBron James and then what we're about to talk about this the title, the record for scoring leader. That's the biggest thing in sports. And then the NBA just said, and then the NBA is like, oh no, we're not done yet. The trade deadline, and then
that trade deadline was crazy.
It was crazy, and it all started with the guy in Brooklyn.
Bro, guys in Brooklyn. The guys.
No, the one guy. It was the one guy in Brooklyn.
Bro. All I know is in the NFL, whatever was happening with the NFL, nobody mentioned, nobody talked about.
No, because there's nothing. You know what I think is. I don't think there's anything to talk about. These two teams are good. Like the best team in the AFC and the best team in the NFC. So there's really what can you talk about?
There's not much talk. That's true.
There's no story. There's no. Yeah. It's not like it's not like Joe Burrow's first time in playing a full season. He makes it to the Super Bowl. You feel me? It's not that. It's not Patrick Mahomes' seventh Super Bowl try. It's not
crazy. Yeah, no, you're right. I know. I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead.
Yeah, and then I think the most exciting thing is, take it how you want to take it, is the fact that two brothers or two brothers are playing. It's just those two things are happening, and those are the biggest stories in for the Super Bowl. But Anthony asked a good question, so let's go back to the first topic we're going to bring up. Question: do you respect LeBron caring more about the record and not winning? Are you talking about that game or most of the games? Let me tell you something, and I'm gonna start here, and it's gonna sound very unfortunate, and you guys are probably gonna hate me for it. So I'm gonna start this one off. If I had the chance at breaking this record, I would want the ball all the time. I would want to score all the time. I'd want to try to get the record. Now, to me, for me personally, at the point in LeBron's career, I think winning is a luxury at this point. Like winning championships it's a luxury. It's not a must. If you can go get other things, do those things, because you're getting older. You're not, winning another championship it's a luxury to me, especially with the team that he had. Because I wouldn't say the team that he has, the team that he had when all of this was going down, when he was winning that was, if we're being very honest, that team is not good. The team was not good. So yes, my mind is I would love to win games, but if I can't, let me go get my record. So me, I don't care. That's the answer to me to answer Anthony's question. I personally don't care. How do you guys feel about it?
Personally, I mean, I agree. I mean, if I was LeBron James, I mean, he's been in the league for so damn long now and whatnot, and he's basically done everything. Why not go for the all-time record? I mean, he had a shit team this year with him. The only person that significantly was Anthony Davis, and then you had Pat Bev after that, which we all know how Watson feels about Pat Bev. But after that, I mean, supposedly they tried to get Kyrie Irving, and that didn't work out because the Nets owner didn't want to have Lakers have somebody or some shit like that. I can't remember the storyline. But if the Lakers owners are incapable of helping LeBron James out, let LeBron James do him and get his points.
Oh, you guys are so cute with the bullshit.
Here goes Wedson.
That's here. Well, no, because he's a Lakers fan. He
no. Okay, here's the thing. No.
Leave the worst for last.
No. I say cute with the bullshit because, for example, when you tell me like, the Lakers owner didn't want to get LeBron James help or stuff like that, that's the bullshit. You know why?
Why?
Because that's the reason why we call him Le GM. Because every single person that's on that team, from the moment he's been there.
No.
Right, cool.
I'm not gonna agree with you on this one.
No.
Go ahead. It's your turn. It's your turn.
I'll let you talk.
It's your turn.
I'll let Jay talk, right? Bet. Okay. So the people on that team, LeBron signed off on all of them. Even if they weren't his idea, he signed off on them. Okay. So because of that, and the thing is, though, unfortunately, and here's the thing. I know the moment somebody say anything about LeBron, it's like, oh my God, you're a hater. I don't care. So with that being said, right? The moment LeBron gets on the team, whoever he wants on the team, whatever it is, he wants, he gets. Because the thing is, though, when you have a LeBron James on your team, you have to do what it takes to support him. Whether it's to win, whether it's to put a good team around him, you have to do that because he's LeBron James. He's one of one. There's no question about that. But the thing is, though, with that being said, the moment that team that he puts together or that he signed off on doesn't work out, all of a sudden it's like, management is bad, the players are bad, all that stuff is bad. That's the nonsense I was talking about. Now, as far as him going for the scoring record, as opposed to trying to win, Mo, I do agree with you in terms of like at this point in his career, winning is a luxury. I can agree with that 100%. Winning is a luxury at this point in his career because nobody expects him to be playing at this level, at this age, for as long as he's been playing. That man spent more time in the last 10, 12 years, like playing posts and playing all the way up until like, May and June than anybody else, has done. So because of that, it's like there's a lot of mileage on the body. So with that being said, yes, I understand winning is a luxury. However, to say that, but especially when you're LeBron James and you're that close to that record would have been broken. That LeBron could have scored 5 points every game until the season is over. That record would have still been broken. So to me, to prioritize that over winning, when you've already been like, when you have a team like that, regardless of what you want to say about it, they didn't have the XYZ on there. When you have a team like that and you're 13th out of 15 team in the West, that's nonsense. And and for me, whether I'm a Lakers fan, Knicks fan, Brooklyn fan, doesn't matter what fan I am. Anybody that does that, I would feel the same way about. So that's it. So as far as do I respect it? I mean, listen, at this point, he doesn't care, who respects it, who doesn't respect it. The man doesn't. He needs nothing. He needs no approval. He needs no cosign. He needs nothing from anybody at this point. He's one of one. He's done what nobody else has done. So there's no question about it. But as far as me, I'm like, cool. You would have broken the record regardless of when you do it. So to prioritize that over winning, whatever, it is what it is. But I don't care for it.
All right. Next question actually is: so is LeBron a stat chaser like Westbrook? To me, the answer is no. And I'll say this again: what said. So the GM thing, I think that was a rumor started by people. 1, 2. Rob Pelinka is not going to let anybody boss him around. That is one thing I want you to know. That is that is the guy who was blamed for the fact that Kobe couldn't win another championship in the last 2 years when he was there for the last 2 years. That was the guy. So since then, Rob Pelinka has, especially now with LeBron James, I think LeBron James is being punished for the GM accusations. So no, the thing with Kyrie, it was the Nets were asking for too much, and no, we're not going to give you that much. But guess what? I don't care about the thing with Kyrie anymore because the Lakers worked themselves out, and the new look Lakers are better than what they were when LeBron was chasing the title. But to answer the question, Anthony, LeBron is not a stat chaser. That is not, to me, the most scores in the NBA is not a stat, right? It's an achievement. Because again, to get that you have to score. So what is he not supposed to? I don't understand. When LeBron is scoring 30, 40 a night and like Westbrook is scoring 13, and AD hasn't played in 6 weeks, and Pat Bev is scoring 3 points, and this was before they got Rui Hachimura. Austin Reeves was hurt. Derek Schroeder scoring 3 points. Like, when you have a stat line like that, bro, it's hard to win in anybody's league. Like, let's be real. Jordan wouldn't have been able to win scoring 43 points and everybody scoring 3 points apiece. Jordan would have kicked everybody off the team, for being very honest. You remember what happened to what's his name? The guy that everybody makes fun of because Jordan used to call him out all the time. He fizzled out of the NBA. So like yes, Wetson, I would have loved a win to come with the record. It's like, oh my God, he got the record and he got them to win in the last minute. But when you have AD scoring 10 points in the game like that, and it's hard to win. But LeBron is not a stat chaser to me. How do you guys feel about that one?
Here's a question for you guys. The bubble season was a shortened season, right?
No,
it wasn't, because it was 3. They played the first 3 months and then they went off for.
They didn't play first. They played first like 5 months. They played
they played till March, and then they stopped.
The bubble season wasn't a shortened season, right?
No, they just took an extended break in between.
The shortened season was 2012 when they beat OKC in Miami when he was in Miami.
That was the short. I think it was 67 games, right? Yeah.
The point I'm trying to make is that if he was a stat chaser, then the scoring record would have been broken a long time ago, because if he was being selfish and whatnot, LeBron James probably in his younger days probably could have scored 60 points a night if he wanted to. But the point is that he's not a stat chaser, because like he's sharing the ball. Obviously, I mean, he's averaging his career average is like 9 assists a game.
Yeah, 27, 9, and 8.
Okay.
Something
like that. So if he's 9 assists a game, he's sharing the ball, obviously.
Okay, but hold on. We say when Westbrook averages a triple double for 4 seasons, we call him a stat chaser, don't we?
I've never called him that.
I'm not saying you. I'm saying, right? I'm saying, hold on, because okay, I think I may have said this on the show before, maybe not. But once upon a time, I remember I used to watch there's a lot of guys I used to watch from like ESPN, Fox Sports. I don't even watch anymore because what they're saying is pure nonsense. So I stopped listening. But and the guy I'm talking about is Colin Cowherd. Cowherd, I remember this is probably like 2009, maybe 2010. He used to go off about when I tell you, LeBron had like 3 biggest fans. His 3 biggest fans was LeBron himself, Savannah, and then Colin Cowherd.
Oh,
Nick Wright wasn't even when Nick Wright came like 4th and 5th at that time. So I remember Colin Cowherd used to say something like, "Oh my God, if there's ever a guy that could probably average a triple double for a season, you can only be LeBron James. There's nobody else in the modern NBA that could do something like this." Blah 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 blah. That's all. I'm telling you, he would say that at least once a show for 3 weeks straight, right? He would say something like that.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Fast forward, Westbrook broke the record the day after he came on the show like a triple double. It's a stat. It doesn't mean anything. It's nonsense. What do you mean? We're supposed to care about a triple double. I was like, you hypocritic son of a. I was like, seriously. So after he said all that, oh yeah, it's not a big thing. And he said, oh yeah, triple double doesn't mean anything. It doesn't lead to winning. Meanwhile, when Westbrook did it, I'm gonna say the first 2 seasons he did it. If you look at the stats, when Westbrook has a triple double, his team wins 76% of the time. So when they say that it doesn't lead to anything, I was like, But guess what? Even though you guys didn't say it, he was called a stat chaser for all this time. In fact, even Anthony just now when he actually said, so LeBron's a stat chaser like Westbrook. People say Westbrook is a stat chaser, but guess what? The same point you made, Jake, about LeBron averaging 8 assists for his career. Guess what? Westbrook. Listen, when Westbrook was averaging triple double, guess what he was averaging during that time? Like 11 assists during those time. But we called him a stat chaser because it didn't lead to winning, according to to everybody. Even though the numbers say when he gets a triple double, they win, right? So I'm saying to answer the question is how do we then say Westbrook is a stat chaser for doing XYZ, but LeBron is not?
Okay, because one, I didn't call Westbrook a stat chaser. That was what the question was saying.
Not you per se.
Okay, so to answer your
He's
question,
saying
then,
we as a
how can we
people
say this for one and that for the other?
Yes.
Again, like I said, the scoring title or the scoring, the most points in the NBA all time. Okay, does that feel like a stat to you? Quick question to everybody.
What
It
do you mean
doesn't
it
feel
doesn't
like a stat, right?
Of course, it's a stat, bro. What do you mean it's not a stat? It's literally the biggest stat there is.
It's an accomplishment. It's not necessarily a stat. A stat to me, stats are like LeBron averaging 27, 7, and 7, or stuff like that. That call me crazy, but Lakers should have kept Westbrook. He's been doing better. Being the sixth man.
As a sixth man, he was averaging 18 and 7. So
that's correct. That's correct.
You know,
And that's
it-
to me,
it-
that is what brought up his trade value. Prior to that, I don't think Westbrook had any trade value. The scoring leader, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like a stat, but I guess this season, watching LeBron prioritize this over like certain things, or not really winning games and all of that, it coming down to him scoring 40 points, 40 points, 30 points. Like he scored 30 points for a straight stretch. It was crazy. Scored 40 like 3 times in back-to-back games. That was crazy. I guess he had it in his head that that's all he wanted, and that's all he wanted to see, especially with the team. He felt like the team wasn't good enough, so he's just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna get what I need. So I guess he could be a stat chaser if that's the case.
And again, and things so. There's nothing wrong with if you.
I'm saying it's not wrong. It's just
because like I mentioned earlier, like at this point in LeBron's career, whether you love him or if you love him or hate him, it doesn't matter at this point because he's done every single thing he had to do.
The man gets to sleep with Savannah. That's the biggest W. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Speaking of that,
respectfully,
I'm gonna tell you right now. Speaking of that, I was hoping you saw the show with Savannah and not LeBron, but it is what it is.
No, I can't do that.
Yeah, because
gentlemen, you know what this reminds me of,
it's violating.
I'm gonna say this because you two were alive when this happened.
Were we?
You remember when Barry Bonds broke the all-time home run record?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is up there with that because we're probably not going to see anybody break a record like that in our lifetime.
You see, and I love Barry Bonds, and I feel like he's being. Yeah, no. I love Barry Bonds, and I think he's being cheated out of.
I mean, like, this is such a crazy achievement. I mean, of course, it's stats, but it's an achievement that we may not even see broken for.
I mean, it's the
100 years.
Sat for what 40 years? 40 years, bro. Like
almost 40 years. Yeah,
yeah. People have had kids that are just as old as his record. So that's crazy.
I'm not 40 yet, so that's how you know. Like when the record was made, I wasn't even alive yet. My dad didn't meet my mama yet.
When he broke the record, LeBron was conceived that night. Like that's crazy to me. So that's something I found out on the internet.
Is whenever you're successful like that, you're like what's it kind of said. There's always going to be haters out there.
Sure.
Look at Aaron Judge. He's not going to break the record. Aaron Judge is too old. He's 30 something right now. There's no way he can break that record.
He's not doing that.
Okay, but also,
you would have
hold on, Watson, real quick, because I was still going. With the achievement that he did, we may not see it ever happen again. There with success, there's always going to be haters. Look at Barry Bonds; he's still not in the Hall of Fame. People are hating him, blah blah blah, and all that.
The last
people are go ahead.
I'm sorry. The last vote for the last time he got passed over, I think that was his last opportunity to make it into the Hall of Fame. I don't think he's ever.
He has 2 more chances, but he has to wait 8 years for it.
You know what? That's fine. He doesn't need it.
No, he doesn't. But the point is, with
it'd be nice
that much success that Barry Bonds, LeBron James has had, there's always going to be haters. There's always going to be people talking shit about him. Like Watson said, like people are going to love to hate him.
Yeah, because that's how sports work. Like, there's a reason why people don't talk about like Patrick Mahomes like that. Because like at this point, we get it. You're all great. Like we get it. The moment you step on the field, you've been great, and everything you do like just magically works. So now it's like, okay, cool. Like when Mahomes won MVP, and it's like, yeah, Mahomes won MVP. Duh. Like, are you serious? Like, nobody cared. So it's like when you get to
yeah, that's right. The NFL honors happen. That's
you see what I mean?
Crazy.
You see what I mean? Like sometimes these things happen, and you're like, okay, cool. But it's like because now, no matter what he does now in terms of greatness, he will only be fighting his own standard. Like in terms of like playing for a player, his age and stuff like that. He's basically he's going
People are
against
saying
Joe
Mahomes
Smith.
is the next Brady, so yeah.
I mean, at this point, not even because like Mahomes is like I don't think there's too many like Mahomes because
he's kind of one of one as well.
Yeah, because if you look at him, like if you look at like Brady, like in terms of Brady's career, like I've watched Brady his entire career, and he didn't have too many. He didn't have too. What'd you say?
Nothing.
Go ahead and say it, Mo, so I can call you a hoe.
I didn't say anything, bro.
Okay, cool. All right. Okay, cool.
So aggressive. Talking about Brady. Oh my god.
Bro, now you know what's crazy though? I took my pre-workout at like 7 in the morning, and I was in the gym until like 9:30. So
you're still.
Yeah, I'm still hyped. So
you're still feeling it.
Yeah.
Watson wants to fight right now. It's okay.
I definitely do. Like, but unfortunately, I'm home with the people in my life. So it's like I can't fight them. So yeah.
You're too damn big. Go down to downtown Manhattan. Go fight those people. It's okay.
What people are downtown Manhattan, Jake?
Matter of fact, go to 42nd. Go to Times Square and fight Spider-Man.
That would be hilarious.
I would love to,
like dressed up as Spider-Man.
I would love to fight Thor. I would love to fucking see that.
You know what's funny? But you know what's funny though? Being that it's Times Square, I might go there hoping to fight Spider-Man, and I come across a naked cowboy, and I'm not fighting him. So
with the fucking sword. Hey yo.
Nah, but like so. There's certain things it's like we've come to like expect, and like in terms of like, and the reason why LeBron gets so much criticism though is the fact that LeBron is going against LeBron's standard. Like if LeBron has a game where if LeBron score, that's why people still hold that 2011 finals against him because he averaged 17 for that finals. No, like there's no version of life where LeBron averaged 17. People are not criticizing him and hating everything that he does. So because of that, it's like you literally set the bar for how you want people to treat you and talk about you. And that's all it is. So, when people talk about LeBron in whatever capacity, it's also, LeBron's fault. So you take the good with the bad. And that's the part.
That's facts. That's facts.
Yeah, and that's the one thing let me just finish this last one. And that's one thing I don't like when it comes to like, when they talk about LeBron, because people act like or you could say all the, when you talk about good thing about LeBron, it's all good. But you can't say anything bad about him because the moment you do, you're a hater. It's because you're a Jordan fan, or you were just obsessed with Jordan. You can't let go of the past and blah blah blah. There's so much nonsense. Like the moment you criticize him, as if like he has to be untouchable. Except nobody in sports is untouchable or should be untouchable, because that's how the nature of sports works. So because of that, it's like, come on now. Yes,
Jordan is basically untouchable. Like, what do you? All right, you know what? This is not the conversation.
Are you kidding?
It's not the conversation. It's not the conversation.
I feel like with the certain eras of fans,
Jordan
are
is
gonna worship those certain eras of fans they grew up watching.
Bro, Jordan
like
is God walking on earth. I don't understand when people say Jordan gets criticized. The only reason Jordan gets criticized is by people saying, "Yo, if you're gonna talk about LeBron in this manner, talk about Jordan in this manner." That is what it is. But anyways, let's move on because we're gonna end up spending 30 minutes. We're gonna end up spending 30 minutes to do this. Go ahead.
Last one. Have you heard how players who played with and against Jordan hated him? What do you mean untouchable?
You mean Isaiah Thomas? Because that is the biggest. Like, if we're being serious, that is the biggest Jordan hater out here in the world. Is Isaiah Thomas?
No, he is. No, he is.
Maybe Pippen now because of their relationship and because of the fact that he didn't help him get his money. So that. But he is the GOAT, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
Okay, Mo. See, if you're gonna start this, bro, just know there is no. Listen, the reason why I don't want to start this conversation is because there's no version of this, like where you convince anybody otherwise. Because here's the thing: if somebody believe it, that's all there is to it. Somebody don't believe it, there's nothing else you can say about it. So because of that, like we can leave that conversation alone. We can move on now.
But he's the GOAT. Anyway, so the guy in Brooklyn.
I feel like
Brooklyn
just dropped the mic and left.
Right, you said what?
You can go.
I feel like you just dropped the mic and left.
I mean, bro, it's just what it feels like at this point.
The guy in Brooklyn asked for a trade, right? This guy. I can't circle him on the screen, but that guy asked for a trade. And as soon as he asked for the trade, everyone was like, he's going to LA. But then Joe Asai, whatever the name the hater asked.
Josiah.
Josiah. He's such a hater because everyone asked, everyone offered a deal and he said no. He made the asking price too high so that the Mavericks were like, fuck it, we'll pay for it. But it was a 3-team deal, right, with the Mavs. No, it was one. It was just a 1-team deal. Mavs and
deal,
and so that happened, and that happens, and everyone is like, "Oh crap, LeBron is probably mad." You know, of course, he probably was heated a little bit. Like, damn it,
But hold on. Let me play devil's advocate here real quick. If you're Joe Tsai and Kyrie has been Kyrie to you in Brooklyn for the last 3 years, why the fuck would you give him what he wants? Why would you give him what he wants?
Because it could still happen, though. I mean, the summer.
It could, but no, it could happen because he could be a free agent. I'm saying though, if you're Joe Tsai, you're making a trade. Why would you give Kyrie exactly what he wants? Give me one reason why.
Because you just want to get him out of there. You just want to get him out. Like, okay, what does Kyrie? No, okay, I ask you this: what does Kyrie going to the Lakers do against Josiah? Nothing. Like, that's just absolutely nothing.
No, he doesn't do anything against him. But guess what? It would be me like giving Kyrie what he wants. It's like, okay.
So you're saying he's punching Kyrie?
No. I'm saying, okay. Here's the thing: I have kids, and I don't reward bad behavior. You throw a tantrum, I'm not rewarding you for it. You throw attention, I'm gonna walk away from you, and when you're done, you come back and talk to me like an adult, like
an adult.
Not like an adult. That's what I was gonna say, but like you come back and talk to me. But in the case of Kyrie in Brooklyn, don't get me wrong, I have nothing against Kyrie whatsoever. In fact, Kyrie, I'm cool with Kyrie doing whatever he wants because this organization be doing whatever they want for so long. However, I'm not rewarding bad behavior by giving you exactly what you want. That's nonsense. So if I'm Joe Tsai, I'm shipping him to Utah. Are you kidding me? I'm shipping him to Utah.
Sent him to Memphis though, for real. Should have really sent him to Memphis.
I would send him anywhere but where he wants to go.
Right.
Like,
but he ended up landing. He landed in Dallas, which is
it's like hey, you want to go to LA? He's like, you want to go to LA with like 72-degree year round with LeBron James? No, you're gonna go to Toronto when it's currently like negative 20 degrees outside right now. That's where you're going.
I mean, but landing in. I mean, KD has been. If I have to say this, KD has been a good warrior. He's been a good person to the Nets.
Yes,
I think the reward, that's to Wetson's point. I don't reward bad behavior. I'd give you what you want because you've been good to us, and you almost took us to the championship.
Bro, KD has been a professional most of the time. So, even when he asked for a trade, he's like, I asked for a trade, but if it's not gonna work, whatever, I'm gonna come out and ball, and that's what he's been doing. So it's like, yeah, KD.
How do you feel about? Have you seen any Dallas games with Kyrie?
I haven't seen any games, but I will say one thing though. With everything I just say, remember how I said I had nothing against Kyrie? I stand corrected. I lied. I hate Kyrie and KD forever.
Wow. Is it because you went to the game last night and it was dead, or
bro?
What?
I bought like I got damn near no, it wasn't dead. The game was great actually. These guys were balled out. It came down to like the last shot. And like didn't really hit a shot. They called it after the buzzer, but I'm like, I'm watching this. I'm like, yo, it definitely wasn't. Like the ball had left his hand before the buzzer went. But like, you know what? They called it after the buzzer because he hit a shot to tie the game because it was like 101 to 98.
It was 101 to 98. Yeah, I saw that.
I'm like,
that
yo,
shit was fire.
So the reason I said like it's FKD and Kyrie forever is because I went to that game and we're talking like damn near flow seats, like 4th row. And you telling me, like, I'm sitting here looking at James Harden in eye to eye and Embiid eye to chest because that is huge. But anyway, like, so
let me guess, the tickets were cheap because we're trying to buy it.
It wasn't.
Really?
The thing is, though, when I bought them, KD and Kyrie was there.
Oh shit! Wow! You gonna watch KD, Kyrie, and James Harden?
It was KD, Kyrie, James Harden, and Embiid. So I went there, no KD, no Kyrie. Harden and Embiid balled out. Embiid especially. Let me have
not even Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons was afraid to shoot because I feel like the moment Ben Simmons went to shoot the ball, Philly look at him like, oh, now you can shoot? Now you know how to shoot the ball. And it's like, all right, never mind, I'm not gonna shoot no more. So it's like, because of that, KD and Kyrie, they're dead to me. But continue. Let's move forward.
Okay. So how do we feel about Kyrie? Wow. So I guess we even talk. How do we feel about it? Okay. Well, I seen a game with Kyrie in Dallas, and I don't know if it's a good fit, but I think they mesh well together. It almost feels very much LeBron and Kyrie when with Luka and Kyrie together. That's a good feeling. KD asked for a trade. So now this is the biggest question I have to ask you guys. KD asked for a trade and ended up landing in Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
Phoenix lost Miles Bridges because and I'm not gonna lie to you, I think that is the biggest loss to Phoenix because Miles Bridges is a baller. Okay, he's a fucking stud.
Top
Like
five,
yo,
two-way player in the league, in my opinion.
he's
Top five.
nice, bro. He's nice, and he can create a shot. He can play in the paint. Like he's a good player, and I feel like that's a bad loss for Phoenix. But they get KD, and so this is something I saw as a joke on the internet when someone I don't know if you know the sound, get somebody else to do it. So they put KD and Kyrie's picture, and they said, "Oh, can you guys bring us a championship?" And the sound is get somebody else to do it. I thought that was fucking hilarious. Like, so the question to you guys or to Wedson is: KD has joined another star in another team. Is this hurting KD's like legacy?
It should. It better.
Because if you call LeBron a team hopper, going from team to team,
KD's the same way too. And listen, I'm fair. Okay, I'm fair with my criticism, and and in terms of whether you call it hate, whatever it is, I'm fair with it. So I'm okay with spreading it around to everyone who needs it. And KD, listen, I feel like if you put like a good high school team together, you're like, hey, we could win the championship this year. KD will be like, oh yeah, I mean, if you need one more, I'm down. Like that's how I feel about KD at this point. So yes, he's definitely like a team a ring chaser, a team hopper, whatever you want to call him. It all fits.
I mean, LeBron has won everywhere he's gone though. That is an asterisk around the team chaser thing. KD couldn't do it in OKC. He couldn't do it in Brooklyn. I would say with the help of Steph and Clay and Draymond and those guys, he got two.
Yeah,
and two Finals MVPs.
Because those guys are those guys handed him two rings. You say with the help of them? No, it was them that gave KD 2 rings. What do you mean? With the help of those guys? It was them who give.
What do you think he's gonna do in Phoenix?
But okay, the thing with Phoenix is the fact that Phoenix now has a team where, because the biggest problem in Phoenix, I'm gonna say the last couple of years, even when we made it to the finals, the fact that the second best scorer had to be Chris Paul, and at his age, with his size, and and the injuries and whatever you want to call it, Chris Paul couldn't be your second best player on a team like that because Ayton is soft. Call it what you want. He's soft. He's he's not aggressive enough because Ayton is talented enough that he could average 24 and 12 or 25 and 12. But guess what? Some night he'll give you 20 and 10. Some night he'll give you 13 and 3. So now that you put KD in there, what you call it? KD, Chris Paul doesn't even have to be the third best player because now it frees up the lane for Ayton. Because with KD on one side and Booker on the other, CP distributing the ball, Ayton's life is now so much easier. So now I think Phoenix is actually like a really good threat to win it all, because when you have a team that's, I think the team is run well because CP is like one of the best floor general I've ever seen play the game. No matter love him or hate him, and I don't like him, but he's one of the best floor generals I've ever seen. And you put that with KD, who's such an efficient scorer, he doesn't even need the ball all that much. KD can take 12, 15 shots a game and give you 35. So because of that, it's like I think Phoenix has, like I think even though they lost, Bridges and stuff like that, I think they still, it was a very, very good trade for them, and and they give Brooklyn, room to open up and start over. So I think KD being in Phoenix is a good thing for both KD and Phoenix.
Okay.
Gentlemen, right. I have to get going to church, so I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, man. Sorry we can get to football real quick.
No, it's okay because fly Eagles fly. We're good.
All right, so we know what Jake is speaking.
Talk to you guys later, guys.
All right, easy. All right, Weston. Let's talk about this one right here, and I know this one is exciting for you, right?
What are you talking about here? I have a
D-Lo's
lag.
Back.
I see it.
Oh. Let's talk about D'Lo coming back to the Lakers and the Lakers actually doing like a really solid trade to get D'Lo, to get before everything they got Rui Hachimura, now they got D'Lo, they got rid of Pat Bev, they got what's his name?
Mobamba.
Mobamba, and then they got the other guy. Oh shoot, I forget his name. His name is escaping me. But anyways, how do you feel about the Lakers? Like, do you feel like this kind of puts them in contender status? Like, do you see play in for them?
I see it as something that could work out, but the Lakers for the last 3+ years have had one issue and one issue only. Anthony Davis' health.
Oh.
Anthony Davis' health. Because we know what LeBron's going to do when LeBron plays, but Anthony Davis' health has been their biggest issue. So I think even with all the biggest trade, with all the trades they've done, they can only go as far as AD's health will take them.
But I also think that's why you go get Mobamba though, because like you need someone to be able to replace AD, and they didn't really have that presence.
Bro,
go ahead.
I wish I could tell you that. I believe there's a version of Mobamba that could replace AD with what he does, whether it's on offense or defense or whatever it is. But I like Mobamba. Like he's a good piece. Like especially I think he's a decent rim protector, and he can actually give you some buckets in the lane. But I'm just saying that in terms of like as a whole, you can't replace AD with Mobamba. If AD goes down, but I think it's a good supplement to AD. So if AD's in there and you want to limit his minutes because he's fragile, then yeah, I think Mobamba is a good option. I mean, it's what we know AD's fragile. Reggie Miller said something. I think I sent it to you on IG. Reggie Miller was like, "Yo, every time AD like grimace, he's gone 3 weeks. Every time he like make a face, 3 weeks, he's gone at least." So
facts.
So because of that, so as far as them being contenders, I think, like I said, bro, I think AD's the Lakers go as far as AD's health can take them. That's all it comes down to.
And to be very honest, I watched them play last night. The New York Lakers. LeBron sat out the game of Golden State. They played last night. All these pieces played with and they won. You needed the kind of game that Dennis Schroeder gave you was almost 23 points, 15 from D'Lo, 20 plus from AD. Rui Hachimura had like 15. Like those are the kind of stat lines you need, with LeBron, with LeBron sitting out or with AD. Period. Go ahead.
You asked me how I feel about D'Lo being back, and I'm excited about D'Lo being back in LA because I'm hoping he'll repeat the whole snitching thing, and this time he snitched on LeBron so that so Savannah can start answering her DMs.
All right, and we're moving. So today is Sunday. It's Super Monday. My God, Wedson, thanks for the transition. Don't talk about basketball. It's Super Bowl Sunday. It's the most exciting Super Bowl that I think we're gonna have in a minute. The two best, like literally the two best teams. I feel really good about this Super Bowl because it's finally the two best teams in the league, right? It's not a team that backed, like when the Giants made it to the Super Bowl, they were like a team that backed their way into the Super Bowl, right? Yeah. They got hot at the last minute. No, it's not a team that got hot at the last minute. It's literally the two best teams. And so this is why the Super Bowl, I feel like it's kind of boring to talk about because it's not a team facing adversity. It's not an uphill climb. I think the Chiefs are coming in here as the slight underdog because they're missing Tyreek Hill. I think that's like literally what missing Tyreek Hill does for you, right? And then the Eagles are coming here, lead the best running offense. And Hurts I squat 600 pounds every time I touch the bar. The other, not Travis Kelce, the brother Kelce, is it Jason Kelce. I'll block anybody you put in front of me. Like I will pancake anybody you put in front of me. Like I just want to block. Like that's literally the Eagles coming in here, and you have Patrick Mahomes who injured. I need y'all to see this. Who was injured for the AFC Championship game? All right, walk. Go Birds, Roy. Go Birds. For real. Yeah. Who you have a Patrick Mahomes who couldn't walk, who was injured, and then everyone is complaining that the refs helped them get there. So that's literally there's really no stain on the Super Bowl. But the most exciting thing that happened today is Rihanna's coming back to give us new music, or maybe Rihanna's having a concert. I personally think that that's what I want to talk about. I don't really have anything to add to the Super Bowl. Do you have anything to add to the Super Bowl happening today?
Oh, come on, man. No. Come on. You can't sit there and
okay.
Like it's a Rihanna concert.
It is a Rihanna concert with football book ending.
Hold on. Here's the thing. I'm having a hard time disagreeing with you because to me, Rihanna could do no wrong. Like she could do no wrong in my eyes. So because of that, like it's kind of hard to to disagree with you in terms of it's a Rihanna concert, which it is, and I'm happy for it because I get to see Rihanna for however long she performed. So with that being said though, I think like you said, this is literally the two best teams, bro. The Eagles, to me, I don't see a flaw in the Eagles in the Eagles.
None.
I don't see a flaw. I don't see a flaw in their offense, their defense, special teams, passing, running. Like I don't see no flaw in their game. So it's like, damn, the Eagles, or the Eagles. But at the same time, though, you look at the Chiefs and it seems like they just know how to win. It's like as long as that boy is throwing the ball or he's the one under center, they just know how to win. So because of that, it's like, what do you say to that? So like you said, man, I don't know if there's like too much to say about the Super Bowl itself, but I will say though, I'm very excited to see this one. And it's one of those ones where I'm like, yo, I'm hoping that it lives up to it. Because we've had like games where it's like, it was so hyped. Like what you call it? The Patriots versus the
No way. It's all Eagles for me, man. No.
No, but no, so it's like I think I remember there was one Super Bowl like I was like super excited for. I'm like, I want to see how this goes because I think it was like the Rams when they had like Todd Gurley.
Oh, that Rams offense and the Patriots that looked like a super. It was like what 6-3 at the end of the day. It was a boring.
No, it was 13-7, 13-6.
Yeah,
because I think the Rams had two field goals, and then like Pats had like one touchdown and like two field goals. I was like, that game was atrocious.
Yeah,
like
it was bad. It was, and I tried to defend the game because like I'm like, it's like football. It's not always high scoring, but like it was because, and that was the beginning of the end for Todd Gurley, and
it was the end for him. It was the end for him because I said that year they shipped him to Atlanta, and we never heard from Todd Gurley again.
Never heard from him again. Yeah.
So it's like, so for me, it's like, yo, I had such high expectation of that game, and they just didn't live up to it, right? So it's like. So sometimes, when you have like, so this game, I'm hoping that it lives up to the hype because, we're talking best team in the AFC, best team in the NFC. Jalen Hurts, after the season he had, and Mahomes with his injuries, with the high ankle sprain that just, yeah. So because of that,
he just miraculously recovered from a high ankle sprain, bro. I don't.
Listen, okay?
Conspiracy. He got his script. He got his script.
Okay, so hold on. I'm glad you transitioned to that, bro, because I can't stop laughing at the fact that Arian Foster said everybody in the NFL has a script.
CTE,
bro. I was like, yo, you know what? I want to hear more of this. And I remember like, yo, I think I sent you, the things on IG. It was like, yo, it was like each guy reading the script. It was like Tom Brady getting drafted at 199, reading his script.
Reading his script,
like,
bro.
And he walking.
Like, no, each guy reading their script is kind of funny. But no, like, I don't know. That injury is very sus to me. That high ankle sprain was sus to me.
Yeah, but at the same time though, I think a lot of times like I think they over exaggerated, the severity.
I think that's exactly what it is. It was probably just a minor sprain, and oh my god, and they did it so you prepare differently when you hear that kind of thing. Like, oh, we can go for it, we can do this, and I think that's what happened.
So,
it was a psychological thing.
So because of that, it's like he's like, you know what? All right, cool. I mean, like you said, bro. Otherwise, it's a boring Super Bowl, to talk about because again, there is no story. Like it just. So it's just like it's just a story.
You just need to wake up. Stay woke, Roy. Stay woke.
They had to tell you something to make you care because at this point, Mahomes going to his like third Super Bowl in like 5 years.
5 years.
6 years. Like, come on. Like, what's the story there? Like, is he now the like the best thing we've ever seen since Peyton Manning, since Brady, since Aaron Rodgers? Like, yo, it's like, what's the story? There is no story.
There is a story though. If he loses, the story if he loses. So the guy in the background, right, LeBron, right, isn't his career is like he's been to the championships 10 times and only won 4. He's lost 6 times. If Mahomes loses another Super Bowl, right? Do you start to talk like, okay, is he that great or is it the teams around him? He's been to 3, he's only won 1.
You know what's gonna happen? You know what's gonna happen?
I know.
You know what's gonna happen? they're gonna do the same thing that they do for LeBron. When Mahomes play
He needs
well,
help.
when Mahomes play well, he's a god. When Mahomes lose, he needs help.
He needs help.
Like,
I mean, but
I've seen,
Juju.
bro, no. Here's the thing. No. Bro, I think I've been having this discussion for like 15, 16 years now. Because when LeBron got in the league, right, they call LeBron literally they say, hey, in tiers of like, importance on earth, it's like there's God, there's Jesus, and then there's LeBron. That's how they treated him.
Right.
Bro, that's how they treated him. And it's like, yo, and until this day, I've been calling LeBron like God's like, fourth favorite son. No, third favorite son. Because I say his favorite sons are Jesus, Brady, and then LeBron. So so I'll be calling him that for so long. So with that being said, for so long, I remember like the biggest thing people would tell me, oh man, you look at 22-year-old LeBron taking that bum ass Cavs team to the finals. I was like, okay, cool. He took him to the finals. But the moment he loses, like, oh, but what a bum ass team he had. I'm like, wait a minute. I thought the God took him to the finals because he's so great. But then they get swept. All of a sudden, the team was such a bum. And
what was his? You said the lowest finals points was the Mavericks one with 17 average, right?
Yeah, 17. Yeah,
that's his lowest he's ever averaged. If you look at every other finals,
I know that.
Yeah,
I know that. But what I'm saying is the fact that like I was mentioning the point with Mahomes, the fact that when he plays well, he's a god. When he plays, or when he doesn't win, it's everybody else's fault. It's like pick a lane.
You know what's funny? They haven't done it yet to Mahomes, but you know who they've done it for? Josh Allen.
Of course they are. Of course.
Literally did it this year for him. Talking about something he needs help.
Bro, because again, when you're God's favorite, you can't take any criticism. So that's what it is. So I think that's what they're gonna do with Mahomes.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong. I'm not telling you he has like some great team because their run offense is non-existent.
I mean, Pacheco is nice. He's alright.
Okay.
Compared to the Eagles
offense, bro, where everybody in the backfield could go for 100 yards. Come on now, their second running back could go for 100 yards on any given night, bro.
Quarterback could go for 100 yards.
So it's like, yo, you're talking like your quarterback and both your running backs could go for 100 yards on any given night. And guess what? Your quarterback can also throw the ball. So so when he's tossing his bombs down the field to Devonta Smith, who's out here looking like a Slim Reaper. Like you look at the Slim Reaper of the NFL, and then you got Miles Sanders on the other hand. You got so it's like that team who's flawless. So it's like if Eagles win, there's no surprise. It's like, yo, you're supposed to win. If Chiefs won, it's like, damn, Mahomes is really that great.
Yeah, that's what's gonna. Yeah, that's the story. Is if Chiefs win, it's like, oh well, I mean, Mahomes, right? But if the Eagles win. I feel I would hate for it to be like if the Eagles win, it's going to be like, well, you should have won. You're the better team. That's not fair because everybody, like, yes, Vegas has it's giving a slight advantage to the Eagles, but it's so slight where when I looked at it and I was like, I would have to put a lot of money down.
Yeah, just to win a little. You have to put a lot to win a little.
Yeah. So I'm like, unless the Chiefs win, then now, but I can't. That's not my pick anyway, so it doesn't matter. To be very honest, I'm looking forward to the commercials and the trailers that they have for the Super Bowl today. They have a bunch of trailers and commercials for the Super Bowl. I think the Flash is going to be one. I think it's go ahead.
So I'm a DC fan,
correct?
Like but I am not looking forward to like anything that DC got coming out this year, bro. Not Flash, not Blue Beetle. I'm just not, because you know what it is though? I think it's one of those cases where it's like, yo, they've disappointed me so many times that I stopped having expectations. I'm like, at this point, like I'm just waiting for him to surprise me. I'm like, yo, if you give me something great, I'm like, oh my God, thank you. Like I'll be grateful for it. But it's like, but the more I listen, every time I raise my expectation for them, they just drop, they also drop,
DC fans be going through it, man. Like,
bro.
DC fans.
Yo, bro.
Oh, DC fans are going through it.
Bro,
There's a new Guardians trailer dropping
bro,
tonight. That's something else that I've
bro.
heard.
Listen. I asked for a good. Like a good DC movie. They give me freaking Shazam. I said, you know what? I forgive
Shazam
you.
is good.
It was trash. Okay. Anyway, and then I say,
But
hey,
keep going.
can you
This is
I
your
say, hey,
thing. Go ahead.
I say, hey, can you guys do better? Like, it's like, oh, you know what? Shazam wasn't good. Let's give you the flip side of Shazam. Let's give you Black Adam. They just gave me The Rock, being The Rock and Fast and Furious. What do you call it? The movie with the gorilla, the
Oh
movie with the
shit!
helicopter, the movie with the earthquake. They just give me The Rock and in different uniform. So I'm like, okay, like,
You
and I
just
say, hey,
mentioned all the Rock movies recently. Oh, DC fans are going through so much, man.
so I'm
It's
like,
crazy.
okay, I'm like, yo, like, please, DC guys, can you give me something? They say, okay, don't worry, Blue Beetle. I was like, who? Like, I know who he is, but come on, that's what you offering. I asked for good, you offering Blue Beetles. I'm like, okay, cool. They're like, oh yeah, because you know what Blue Beetle? We got second Shazam, not what I asked for. Oh yeah, how about that didn't work because they gave me 2 trash Wonder Woman movies, like complete garbage.
2 track,
Like,
yo. See, we're
we're on opposite sides of this one.
yeah. On the first one
First one
is
was
literally
okay.
the best DC movie out here.
First one was okay. It was okay. Okay, like
Right. The first
okay.
one is top of is one of the best DC movies in that
But okay, but
era.
hold on.
And that's not a lot though. I know what you're about to say.
Hold on. In the land of the blind, a one-eyed man is king. When everything's been trash, anything we got that's even remotely decent, we're like, oh my god, thank you so much. Like, we're begging for scraps from DC here, man. Come on. You know what?
Anyways, let me give you a list of some of the ads drop premiering during the Super Bowl. So another Ant-Man and the Wasp one, Quantumania, Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 5 Scissor Reel is dropping. Scream 6, no 7.
Don't care. 6.
Fast 10.
Don't
The
care.
Little Mermaid,
Don't
Dungeons
care.
and Dungeons and Dragons.
Don't care.
Creed 3. It's Black History Month. Come on. It's Black History Month.
Jonathan Major is going to be amazing, and I am looking forward to watching him whoop Michael B. Jordan's ass on that one because I know for one he's gonna act circles around him for sure. Because even you watch like the first 3 seconds of the trailer when he was sitting on the car just waiting, he's trying to look at him like I was like just like that. I'm like,
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Just that one
Roy.
scene. He already outacted him. So so I'm like, I'm looking forward to Jonathan Majors outacting Michael B. Jordan, like freaking like acting circles around him. So I'm looking forward to Creed 3. Even though I gotta go back and watch the second one because I don't know if I watched the whole thing or if I missed something. And when I say 2 trash Wonder Woman movies, I do mean 2 big. Okay, first one was okay. Second one, garbage. So you on average,
it's on average. Okay. Indiana Jones. There's gonna be another Indiana Jones movie. Okay.
Harrison Ford is 109 years old. I don't care.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is dropping.
Okay.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, the second Spider-Verse movie.
That I'm looking forward to because I do like. You see how everything you're mentioning has nothing to do with DC being complete garbage and giving me garbage. You're basically telling me everything else is good that's happening.
The Super Mario Brothers movie. That's something that's happening. Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1.
I'm looking forward to that because
Barbie movie.
Yeah, Mission Impossible, yes, and Barbie movie. Oh God, I'm probably not gonna watch that, but
take your daughter to it.
I just might just because like I like Margot Robbie, so
make it a whole daddy daughter thing. And then there's a Transformers: Rise of the Beast. That's another movie that I'm actually excited for that one. I'm really excited for that one.
You are.
This is right though. Creed 3 is a mandatory trailer, right, with the Eagles in the Super Bowl. I feel like the Eagles paid for that. Like I feel like the Eagles owner was like, no, we're gonna pay for this. We're gonna pay for Creed to be a move to happen during the Super Bowl.
I agree.
Yeah, they broke Mission Impossible into 2 parts, but they're filming both of them back to back, which is crazy to me.
But you know what? I'm okay with Mission Impossible because Mission Impossible has been great. Like, and most of the movies. Don't get me wrong. Okay, hold on. They've been great for what they are. like the first three, like first like I'm saying first 2 or 3 was like original. They were like giving you some quiz. At this point, Mission Impossible, you already know what it is. It's basically like a better version of Fast and Furious.
It's Tom Cruise doing crazy stunts.
Exactly.
The fact is, Mission Impossible, the movies actually don't matter in the grand scheme of things. It's just like, what is the crazy stunt Tom Cruise can do? And that's literally how I look.
Okay, I take my word back, Roy. As soon as I say great, I say, okay, hold on. They are good for what they are. I did say that. So I fixed that. So,
all right.
even that,
let's one more thing. So this is a comment that Roy put up. Jalen Hurts is young and inexperienced at that top stage, so it's going to be interesting. So that's another wrinkle. I think that's a wrinkle right there for the Eagles. But when I say wrinkle, I don't mean like it's anything wrong. It's just a little tiny wrinkle. But I am, to be very honest, I am looking forward to the Super Bowl. Let's do over unders real quick. Over under, what is the song that Rihanna is going to start Super Bowl her performance with?
What's she gonna start with?
Yes.
Ooh.
You right?
Okay. So I got 3 possible options. 3 possible options she's gonna start with. For some reason, I feel like she's gonna start with "What's My Name." Like, I don't know why. I feel like she's gonna start with that. I'm like, that's again out of the blue thing.
Ooh, that is a good one. I didn't even think about that.
Like, just pop up out of nowhere. I'm like, and then because as soon as that voice dropped on the first one, the crowd go crazy. Everybody's is wilding. So I'm thinking that one. Umbrella seems like it will be too expected. Like, come on now, we've been hearing Umbrella for 20 years now. Like, so I feel like Umbrella will be too expected. So I think "What's My Name," Work. Like, Work might be another start. And
think she's gonna bring Drake out for that? You think she's gonna bring Drake out? I don't think she's gonna do any collabs. I don't think she's bringing anyone out. Because for her to do Umbrella and for her to do for her to do Work, those are collabs, and she's gonna have to bring one of those 2 guys out. I don't think she's bringing.
But I don't know if she has to. But actually, no. But then again, if she do Umbrella and start with Jay, because Jay's already part of the NFL and all that.
Umbrella with Jay could
if
be
she
a
does
thing.
Umbrella with with Jay, and I said Jay just performed at the Grammys, the ratings just went through the roof. So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that's what I'm thinking off the top of my head. But yeah. What about you? What you got?
Oh man, I didn't even think. I think she's gonna do. It's gonna be Ponder Replay.
Nah,
it's gonna be Ponder Replay. That was the first big Rihanna hit. It's Ponder Replay.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's because but also Ponder Replay is also like poppy, like
this is in Phoenix, Arizona. Let's be real right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's yo. There's a crowd for that music, and she's gonna give them pop. And I think Disturbia is either in the middle or the end.
Ooh, no, Disturbia has to be in the middle because you can't end on Disturbia. Disturbia, you can't end on that. You can't end on Disturbia.
Roy, you're saying you're saying she opens up and Shut Up and Drive?
Or nah.
I think what? If Disturbia is in the middle, Shut Up and Drive is at the end. One of those 2 songs has to anchor the show.
Yeah.
Has to end the show.
I don't know about Disturbia though, because I feel like Disturbia it comes somewhere in the middle with all the dancers coming out on like weird like costumes and stuff like that. I think Disturbia pop up somewhere around there, somewhere in the middle. Now hold on. Now how did you say? Let's do over under and for the Super Bowl, and you saw with Rihanna as opposed to the game itself.
Oh, sorry. Back to I forgot that the Super Bowl was happening.
Wow.
Super Bowl happening. Who is the Super Bowl MVP? Let's start at the top. Who's the Super Bowl MVP?
Okay.
She's not. S&M is not going to be. Wow. Okay.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
That's definitely not happening.
That's not happening.
Okay. But okay, you got the Eagles, I got the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. So I'm gonna go with Mahomes for MVP.
I think Jalen Hurts dethrones the king for 1 year, and I think he's the MVP when it's all said and done.
That's fair. So we both got the QBs as the MVP. Fair
Yes.
enough.
Yes.
Yeah, because I think the Eagles are smart enough to like triple Kelsey and let if they lose because of Juju Schuster, they'll accept that.
Yeah, I'll accept it. I'm not gonna let the most obvious thing kill me. Just
Yeah.
like that's because how the Bengals lost is outside of those 2 picks. Know he's gonna throw it to Travis Kelsey 97% of the time. And what do you do? Let him throw it to Travis Kelsey 97. You give him the underneath to Travis Kelsey? No, give him.
That's absurd.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Take that away. Travis Kelsey can't beat you deep. I know for a fact that Travis Kelsey can't beat me deep.
Yeah.
So I would take the underneath away because he gets that 5 yards and he turns it up to 10, 15, 20 yards.
Exactly. And because you know what, though? If you remember like how the Bucks beat them, they did 2 things. They attacked Mahomes like every chance they get. They attacked him. They didn't give him a chance to breathe. I think that's what the Eagles defense needs to do, and then take away Kelsey. I think those are the 2 things that took the key. Attack Mahomes
to victory. Did we just do a keys to victory? Attack Mahomes and keep the ball away from Travis Kelsey.
Yeah, that's bro. But if you look at the Chiefs, bro, that is the key to victory, bro. If you attack Mahomes and don't, because the thing with Mahomes is the fact that he moves so well and he's like he makes such ridiculous plays that all he needs it's like Steph Curry putting a 3-pointer. Like all he needs like this much space.
Bit, yeah.
It's like just this much space and he'll make something happen. It's like so. Attack him. Don't give him that space. Don't give him that. Don't give him that space because when in doubt, he's gonna look for Kelsey. Take away Kelsey and attack him, and there's your keys to victory.
What did the Chiefs need to do?
The Chiefs' key to victory, and that's the tough part. And the tough part with the Chiefs to victory is the fact that the Eagles are such a complete team. They're gonna have a hard time stopping everything. They're gonna have to give up something. So for the Chiefs, I say cut off the run. Cut off the run as a whole. If you cut off the run and force Jalen to stay in the pocket and throw the ball, you have a better shot. Because if you don't cut off the run, everybody's gonna kill you. Jalen's gonna kill you. Like the entire running offense is gonna kill you. So what you need to do if you're the Chiefs, stack up that that D line and cut off the run. Like if you're gonna give him a run, force him to go all the way on the outside to give the defense time to recover. But you gotta cut off the run down the middle. That in route, you gotta cut that off. If you cut that off, that's your best shot at winning.
Who is the player to watch for on the Chiefs team?
Player to watch for on the Chiefs. What's his name? The running back. You said his name earlier.
Pacheco?
Yeah, I think him because I think for him, like if he gets if he start getting comfortable, if he gets a couple of runs here and there, he gets comfortable. Mahomes is Mahomes gonna do is Mahomes gonna look for Kelsey a couple of times, and then while everybody's eyes on Kelsey, all of a sudden Mahomes find Pacheco in the corner. Mahomes finds Schuster down the field. Like so, I feel like Pacheco is gonna make a big difference for them because that run. They have to do something on the run, otherwise the Eagles are gonna kill them.
Okay.
To me,
let's turn around to the Eagles. Who is the player to watch for on the Eagles?
For the Eagles,
I say Dallas Goedert.
I say Devonta Smith because he has proven that he can make plays, even like when it seems like it's like I don't know. That's not exactly a good, well-thrown ball. It's like, he can make plays. And for a guy so young, he plays as if like he's been here like for a while. He plays like he's like a 5-6 year vet in the league. If you look at his footwork, the way he runs routes, like I think Devonta Smith is a guy to watch out for, on the Eagles.
Okay. So we both have our MVPs. We both have our winners. I mean, obviously, when we chose the MVPs, it just kind of gave who's winning the game. Of course. Do you want to do the scores?
Yeah, I mean, we might as well. I think we have a pretty good scoring game. I say 30-24 Chiefs.
That's a close game.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't expect this to be a runaway by any means.
That's a 50 plus point game. I'm going under that.
Okay.
27-21.
27-21.
Mm-hmm.
This man say, "Oh, that's a 50 plus game." Like he's got to show something.
I mean, no. I'm not going super. No, these teams can score. First of all, these teams can score, right?
Yeah.
And you know what's funny is that I remember when we talked about the Patriots and the Rams that one year.
Yeah.
Both of those teams can light up the scoreboard and ended up scoring 16, 17, 13, 6 or some shit like that.
Yeah, 19 points in total. Like, yeah. So.
Right. So I still feel like the score is going to be lower, though. I still feel like it's going to be lower, but I don't think it's going to be.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm just thinking about the fact that it's like they have such high-powered offense. That's what I'm thinking about. But at the same time, Eagles' defense is actually pretty elite. So who knows? So
all right. Do you think Jason Kelce has a good game by Jason Kelce standards?
Yes.
Damn. How are you a mom, right? And both of your sons are playing in the Super Bowl. Who do you like?
But you know what? Do the same thing that Steph Curry's mom did. When they were going against who was Seth playing at the time for? I forgot who was playing for at the time. And they were going against each other. She wore a jersey. It was like the front was like Steph, the back Seth, or vice versa. They had to like split down the middle, something like that.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else that we're missing from the game?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think so. I think we got the MVP, we got the winners, we got the predictions, we got the scores. Yeah, man. And of course we spent more time talking about Rihanna's halftime show than we did talking about the actual game. But it's fine. Game. Yeah, but at this point,
listen, I think when you have Beyonce at 1 year, we podcast when Beyonce went. If Beyonce had done it, I don't think there would have been a podcast, bro. I think we would have just talked about Beyonce from start to finish. I'm sorry. But again, this is going to be a fun game to me. But I think it's fun all around because you finally have you have a decent to good halftime show. So this is going to be really interesting to watch. But thank you, Wetson, for making time this Sunday. Thank you for everyone that's watched and commented and been a part of this. Appreciate you. We are going to be back on Tuesdays.
Yes.
We're going to be back on Tuesdays.
We're going to be back this Tuesday because after the Super Bowl, we got to talk about this. So,
Yeah,
for sure. What you doing for Super Bowl?
Nothing yet.
Okay. All right. We'll talk after the podcast.
I agree. So, go Birds. Obviously, that's where I'm going. Go Birds. And
go Mahomes.
We will see you on Tuesday.
All right.
Peace.
There's James to the bucket again. Here comes
the megawatt brilliance of LeBron James is again shining brightly.
LeBron James is locked in. James, he's in the zone. Clear the lane for the team.
This basketball brilliance on full display once again.
You won't see many in your lifetime do it better than that.
Man, it's amazing how he has not lost a thing.
Legacy for LeBron James.
I just go out and play my game, try to get better. If I approach the game the way I've approached the game my whole life, making history and accolades and achievements through my career take care of itself.
I think it's one of the greatest records in sports. I don't have the number planted in my head. I know it's 38-something, but I know it's been Kareem my whole life. Those records that we just don't ever think that would be broken.
Could be one of the great moments in NBA history. You know what's coming.
LeBron, one-on-one against Kenrick Williams, backing him in. Turns, shoots for the record.
LeBron James, a shot in history.
Scores! There he is!